Hey, good afternoon, barbecue fans. Kel Phelps, publisher of Barbecue News Magazine. Here today, going to be doing a little experiment as part of our 30th anniversary. Going to be working on trying to achieve a 40-hour burn at 225 degrees using B&B Charlogs inside the Uncle Pookie's drum smoker. We're going to do this. Hey guys, here we go. We're fixing to get started right here. Going to show you a little bit about the B&B Sure Start Fighting Fire Starter squares. So what they do is they come 3 of these to a box, 8 squares to a brick. There's 3 of those in the box. Basically, I'm just going to take and run a couple of them, break them in 2. These are all recycled material that comes from B&B. I believe it comes from the pellets that they manufacture on the end part of that pellet stuff. They turn it into almost like cardboard type stuff. And all we're going to do is we're going to use our chimney. We're not going to use any kind of starter fluid or any kind of mess like that, man. We want to keep it clean. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to stack these up like this right here. And then I'm going to run the fire stick down the middle of them. Just like that. And we're going to get them going. I'm going to take that one piece and put in the top there that fell through. And there we go. Now we got our fire up and going. Next step, we're fixing to load the charlogs inside the basket. Here we are, guys, fixing to load up the Uncle Pookie's fire basket with charlogs. But charlogs, this is what they look like right here, guys. This is those. Got a hole that runs through it to get air. But man, that is a lot of charcoal versus a briquette or versus lump. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take and stack those things up in there, and we're going to see if we can make it happen for 40 hours on a burn. Alright guys, as you see, it took a little bit of time, but I arranged the charlogs in here all stacked up lengthwise. Now some of them are not the same length, and I didn't stack them on top because I'm trying to make sure we get plenty of air around them, because if you pack these things in there very, very tight, they're not going to get air in between them and they are not going to burn. Probably got 20, 25 pounds worth in there. Now, to make the flavor, we're going to use our pecan smoking wood chunks from B&B. We're going to put those in there just around the top, that some of them will fall down in the cracks. We're not soaking them. We're just putting them right on, and that's going to give us the flavor that we want on our pork butt that we're going to be testing with. We're not going to cook a pork butt 40 hours. But I'm hoping once the pork butt's done that we wind up getting 225 degrees up to 40 plus hours to see. So here we go. You can see, again, going ahead and finishing up what little bit of chunks we got. We're going to finagle them around. And because we've got holes, some of those chunks are going down a little deeper than others. And that's going to allow us to get some of that flavor of the wood burning later on in the cook, not just up off the top. So now next step we're going to do here, we're going to put our loaded firebox inside the drum cooker there, and we've got it set right in the middle, and that way it's getting air around it. And as soon as our chimney gets lit there, we're going to throw that right on top of those unlit coals there. Those lit coals are going to start the fire. We're going to add our racks in there. Then we're going to add the top back on. We'll set our damper. We'll then put our thermometer in there on it. We're going to show you all those details here in a few minutes. But right now we're just sitting there waiting on that chimney to get going. and we'll dump them in there and assemble the rest of the smoker and get it Cadillac in here in just a minute. Hey guys, here we go. Now we got our charcoal chimney fired up, going really good now. So all we're gonna do, we're gonna just throw it in there and light us, get us fired up, get the Uncle Pookies fired up and get going. So there we go. Just gonna put them right there on the top. Now we got that. The Uncle Pookie's got a couple of racks, got a little diverter in it. Diverter in goes first. Top rack goes in. Both can serve as a rack if you want to, so you can cook both. I've never cooked on the bottom rack, just always cook on the top. But so now you can actually hear it starting up. We're gonna put our lid on. We're gonna open it up about middle ways on the top, middle ways on the bottom, and we're going to let it run for about 20-30 minutes while we go prep our pork butt. Alright guys, so our BT600 from Maverick is extended range barbecue thermometer. It works off Bluetooth, but it actually has its own app. So it's got it measures 4 different temperatures at one time. Today we're only going to be using 2 of them. We're going to be using one for the internal temperature of our pork butt that we're going to put on. The second one, we're going to be using a little device that comes with the attachment with the BT600 that goes right in the grill, in between the grates on the grill, and sets up just to keeps your thermometer just a little bit above your grill grate, just to give you the temperature there. And that's how we're going to be monitoring today. But if we Hey guys, we got the Uncle Pookie smoker now settled down after getting everything set. You can look right here, man. We've got this thing about a quarter of the way throttle on the exhaust, maybe a quarter of the way throttle on the air intake. So not a lot of air to keep this thing running at 225. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our pork butt on. We're not going to talk a lot about recipes today. We did real simple. We put brown sugar on it. From there we put B&B Trinity all-purpose rub on the top, and then from there we finished it up with a Suckle Busters Hogwaller honey. And but real simple. This is just a good eating butt, not a competition deal. But we're just trying to test this thing. But while we're testing it, we're going to do it in a real world environment, put meat on the grill as well. So here we go. So we've got our internal probe here. All we want to do is run it down through the chimney stack so that it's there. We've got our receiver right there hanging off the side. We will plug it up in just a second. Now all we're going to do is we're going to slide him over, the lid over. Now we're going to put our pork butt on. And while we're there, our little probe here, we're going to catch it. We're going to probe it away from the bone side. So you can see the probe there. We're going to probe it away from the bone. You can see the bone in the butt there. We're going to probe on this side and come in all the way and get it in there a good bit. And that should give us pretty decent placement in the middle, most thickest part of that butt. So now we just want to sit back, put our lid on, get our throttle back here, make sure we hadn't moved there. Then we're going to come around, real simple. Well, I caught the probe, like, didn't mean to do that, but we're going to seal him up. Now we're just going to put our probe back in the #1 spot right there. And there we go. We're reading we're back to reading. And of course, we've got the app on our phone here, so let's double check. We've got our thermometer right there. Probe number 1 right now showing about 30 degrees. We got it set to alert us when it gets to 202, which should be somewhere around 10 hours. That's about a little over an 8-pound pork butt. So, and then we've got probe number 2 sitting right there. We got a high alarm of 255, a low alarm of 210, and the probe right now is reading that's 218 degrees inside. Hey guys, we're back. Double checking here. We are at the 24-hour mark, which is halfway of our test goal. Had a pretty eventful last night, overnight. Had to actually move to this side of the trailer due to pickup over in my bedroom because it was on the other side of the trailer. My bedroom is this way, and so I wasn't able to watch the temperature as I was cooking my pork butt. So I just picked the drum up, moved her over here, got her back level. As you can see, we set it on blocks or whatever, on old rocks. But we got her level back off. Pork butt was done about 2:30 this morning, which made it about 11-hour cook. It had a little sprinkle this morning, very shockingly. I didn't see the rain coming, but it wasn't a heavy downpour, but it did. The drum got wet this morning. Actually, I cooked a pound of sausage on it about 8:30, and from there, I took, once we get sausage got ready, I took the temperature probe out of it, but that's all I've really done to it. So now's the telltale sign. Let's check on the inside, and let's see how much fuel we got left to go for 24 more hours. Got here Uncle Pookie's smoking away here, so I know we got some kind of, and there's your little rack setting there. So we're gonna pull out. Oh wow, look at there, guys. There's your fuel contents left after 24 hours. That's how much fuel you got left inside the Uncle Pookie's. So I tell you what, I'm gonna leave the diverter rack out. Kind of done cooking on it. I'm gonna leave this out right here, and we're gonna set it back. We're gonna see how long she'll go right there. After seeing that, I have no doubt in my mind we'll make 48 hours. I don't know how long we're gonna make, but we're gonna see just how long it'll go inside. And one thing I wanted to point out too, guys, you gotta understand, we're doing this without a fan. There is no fan generating any kind of draft on here. If you were doing a draft, I can't imagine if you were really controlling the amount of air and draft inside this thing. It's how much and how long you really could make it go. But anyway, I guess we'll check back at the 48-hour mark. That'll be 3:30 tomorrow. Alright guys, here we are, last check-in on our 40+ hour burn using B&B Charlogs inside our Uncle Pookie smoker here, our drum smoker. Man, we're at 12 noon on Monday. We actually started Saturday about 3 o'clock, which means we're somewhere 42, 43 hours into this thing. And hey, right here, the Maverick thermometer's telling us 239. Of course, it's on our smartphone here as well. The setup that we've got has performed flawlessly. I mean, we've done several live cooks. We cooked our pork butt on it. We cooked some sausage on it. It went through a light rain shower early Sunday morning. I'm as curious as you to see what's left in here at this time period. So without further ado, let's open her up and see how much fuel is actually left. Wow. There we go, guys. So you can see there is no doubt 48 hours is way doable. I mean, you can see there is huge pieces of charcoal still in there. And, you know, ash is down below us. So there is no doubt 48 hours. I don't even see us stopping until maybe 50 plus hours with what we've got there. All right, guys. Hey, once again, I want to thank B&B Charcoal for the Charlogs, Uncle Pookie Smoker for the drum smoker. The 30th anniversary rig behind us is the setup, man. I appreciate everybody. Maverick thermometers for the temp control as we were able to witness it, not actually control the temperature, but actually witness it and document what we're doing. And again, guys, I guarantee you can do this at home as well on this same exact setup. So without further ado, guys, hey, keep it smoking and we'll see you next time.